Trust in integrity in the global economy. It speaks and it resounds. TIGE holds the way of doing business. It answers on many levels. It brings in a sense of structure and spirit. It brings in a sense of power and love. I think it also brings in a sense of deeper listening, deeper calling.
Dealing with the relationship between the moral crisis that is going on in the world and the financial crisis. And this is very much in tune with something which Professor Stiglitz, a Nobel Prize winner, said recently. It is important to understand the moral crisis that underpins the financial and economic crisis in America. Antigua is exactly addressing that particular issue.
You learn that within every number you have on a spreadsheet, there's a face behind that number. There's a deeper meaning to the business plan. There's a deeper calling to working together. I always feel, even in an African context, that we as individuals and as Africans, as well as governments and how we coordinate our relationships in a continent, is moving from, or maturing from, a state of independence to a state of interconnectedness. And TIGE brings in those aspects. 40 nations in one room, 200 ideas on one paper. It's something you rarely find, and people speaking with a spirit of moving forward, but at the same time evolving their history.
I think it is first of all important to bring about honesty, integrity, which are the themes of TIGA, and transparency into the world economic system, particularly the multilateral lending banks. We cannot simply just have tinkering at the edges concerning world economic institutions and their policies, which completely wreak havoc on the development programs of particularly the poor countries across the world. So there really needs to be transparency. And I think it is also important to get hold of a situation where we can get the bankers, the financiers, and also the political leaders and the spiritual leaders of the world together to try and see if there is a way in which we can come together to form a common front based on a common set of principles that are based on IOFC, which is that if everyone cares enough and shares enough, everyone will have enough. If we have this process, then I think we can move the world into a better and a new concept of economy. And I think TIGA is part of that spiritual wave which highlights and puts the importance of people who have knowledge and information about the spiritual element of the financial and economic crisis and dealing with the transformational aspect of the financial crisis, which really is human greed. Tackling this is imperative for the world economy and its future. What I have gained from this conference is the ability to find space, first of all, for reflection. And you have the ability to really come up with establishing contacts, relationships, joint programs and activities that really tackle and forge projects that are innovative and interesting concerning the world economy.
TIGE right now is settled on my notebook. It's on my post-its and it's on my iPhone. I've recorded certain conferences and plenary sessions. So from there, I'll take it back to my workplace. From my workplace, I'll share it with my colleagues. My colleagues will bring it into their meetings. From there, it will be connections with others. I will maintain a communication base, which was initially incepted here in this conference. From there, further projects. Projects then will lead on to movements. It will lead on to creating a better environment, a better developmental or social concept within whichever area. And from there, hopefully, it'll spin off on various levels. So I'm taking from here a mustard seed that I hope to water and to nurture. I would encourage people who have been to platforms, economic platforms, or political meetings in other contexts in Geneva or New York or other places where talk becomes rhetorical, and there is less of a silence or a need for silence, or less of a purpose of being or presence, to come here. You find it here.
I really think that TIGA should become a world movement without any shred of form or doubt.